Why does anyone paint an image? I've been painting landscapes at different times of the day for most of my life. Water in all its forms, mist, lakes, rivers, oceans, and land, mountains, shorelines, and trees. Some of the attraction lies in the familiarity of a place, Lake MacDonald, Quebec, for example. Its slower pace, and my sense of wonder at its changing beauty. Natural elements take on human characteristics, trees creating a barrier to be crossed before reaching a more peaceful, freer expanse, as seen in Through the Woods, An Opening, or in Three Trees. In this last painting, though, the number 3 adds a deeper significance. I have 3 daughters. I sometimes see trees as border sentinels guarding the entrance to a vast mountainous terrain, as in Threshold from Half Moon Bay, California, or marking the border between land in Charlevoix and the St. Lawrence River, as seen in Frontières. This painting, Markers, shows the demarcation of space situating us within a landscape even though the fence is worn down. In some paintings, the reflections of sky and water are every shade of gray and hopefully reflect a more pensive state of mind. Here, the approaching waves of the Pacific Ocean advance as if to embrace and to be embraced. In this painting on paper, I want to capture the split-second pause when the external sound of rowing and creaking oars stops and changes to a heightened awareness of one's own heartbeat. A moment of calm before a louder rhythmic movement resumes. Here we see the sun's rays starting to burn off the early morning mist in the dense Laurentian woods, like a hopeful passage of light. In Fugue, it was the resilience of the bushes growing up through the spring floods in Lac Saint-Louis, near my home in Montreal, that was so touching. I particularly love playing with texture. In other paintings, particularly those of sunset at Lake MacDonald, I've tried to capture a jewel-like quality through the choice of palette, composition, and the application of thick paint that has been scraped back and reapplied, leaving a textured surface. Night scenes came from a desire to paint some subjects so dark that the viewer had to look closely to make out the image of the trees on either side. In others, it was the mysterious time just before nightfall. All these images relate in some way to memory, and often to a state of mind. By making marks in oil into or onto hot wax that somehow become equivalents of textures and light in nature, I am trying to record a moment in a vast continuum of time. I never tire of it.